Hello and welcome to you today. We are delighted as South Wales Baptist Association to have with us today Simon Jennings, who's the pastor at Eden Church, and Paul James, who's a member of the church there. And during this time of lockdown, it's been an unusual time for churches. We've not been able to meet together over recent months, and many of our programs have stopped. But there has been great creativity going on across many churches. And today we're going to tell one story. And so welcome to you, Simon and Paul. It's great to have you with us. And what you've been doing, which I think originated with you, Paul, is something called Why Jesus 365. Could you tell us a little bit about what that is?
Well, it's now become Why Follow Jesus 365, and it's lovely to say that it was working so well, people are now copying it. So just to keep it there, we've gone Why Follow Jesus 365, and it was during a sermon of Simon's. I was praying about some personal issues at the end, and I felt God tell me to go and write a book, and I didn't want to do it. But Why Follow Jesus 365 is the title of the book that I'm writing. And it's street form, basic language, no brainwashing, no religion, just 365 reasons, or as many as I get to, good reasons why somebody might want to follow Jesus. But having started that process, it turned into a website on Facebook, a Facebook page. And having started that process, it's now started into a weekly mission with the pastor up at the cliff tops. And that's what Why Follow Jesus 365 is doing.
Fantastic. So on Facebook, you put up reasons of why to follow Jesus, and engage in discussions with people. And how's that been going? Have you had any good responses from that?
It's been absolutely fabulous. So we started on the 14th of February. What better day than Valentine's Day to talk about the real love that lasts a lifetime and eternity. We set ourselves a couple of strategic goals. I sat down with the pastor and explained what I felt I was being led to do. He said, absolutely, brother, let's go. And we've been doing that. So we set some strategic goals, and they were all reached in a month. And since February, we've seen 23 people converted. We've also seen people starting to be converted in person. With the exception of one, they've all been referred to churches. We've now started discipleship classes, and we've had our first healing, the pastor and I together, out in my back garden during our first discipleship class with somebody who joined our church.
Fantastic. Simon,
can't ask more, can you?
Absolutely, that's amazing. Simon, if I could just come to you for a moment then perhaps and ask, how's this working out with the church? Because you've got somebody who's got a great passion and a desire to share Jesus, but he's also tried to do that with the church. How's that worked out, and how's the church taken to it?
Yeah, well, so when we first talked about the idea, Paul was very keen that it was done, with the full knowledge of the church and the backing of the church, and we're completely unanimous in our support of him as a leadership team, and we recognise that to develop the ministry going forward, that we want to put a team of people around Paul to support the work that he's doing. So we're slowly identifying people who would like to get involved with discipleship particularly. And our heart is really to start training people up with on evangelism as well, so they can field one-to-one conversations online and in person. So it's been for me, I sense that it's a catalyst for the development and the growth of the evangelism gift within the church. And it's fantastic, it's to see Paul come into that and into his own and really trailblaze, and encourage the church. I mean, there's so many people that have been enthused and encouraged, and I believe, will be given the confidence to start to step out and try it for themselves and come on board our plan is to keep the momentum going on the outdoor mission as well as online as well. So so from that perspective, I feel it's been a real sort of unlocking key to the evangelism gift within the church, which we've been praying about for a number of years. So very happy.
That's right. And of course, when you're seeing people making commitments to follow Jesus, what is there not to be happy about? That's the most exciting thing, isn't it, to see? That's great.
Absolutely brilliant.
If people want to find out more about it, or they've got people that they think actually this could be a great site for them, what do they do? How do they find it?
Just on Facebook, Why Follow Jesus 365, put in a search. We're also on Instagram. We may be launching on Twitter, but it's turned into an almost full-time job. But I'm not a willing person. This is something I feel God has told me to do, and I've tried to ignore it, and he doesn't let me ignore it, and he keeps bringing it back, and it's steamrolling. But when you're seeing people saved, you're doing the right thing. And when, I fell in love with this kind of idea when I joined the pastor on street mission. But we didn't see people joining churches then. And we're up to 4 in our hometown, 23 across Wales and the Southwest, 550 followers on Facebook. And now I'm having to put more time into Instagram because that's taking off. So I know I'm doing the right thing, even though I'd just rather a quiet life.
Well, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing with us this afternoon. Facebook, Why Jesus 365.
Why Follow Jesus 365, Facebook and Instagram.
Take a look. Why not? Paul, Simon, thank you so much for sharing that story with us today. Bless you both.
Thanks, Mark. Take care. God bless.
Take care.